Everyone, welcome back to the Mooshead Studio. Today, I'm going to be recapping and reviewing the Babysitters Club Season 1, Episode 9, and it is called Hello Camp Moosehead Part 1. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the episode. Before I get in, I just wanted to say a couple quick things. First of all, if you could please subscribe, I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to reach a goal of hitting 200 subscribers before the end of 2020. I think that's a pretty reasonable goal. If you guys all subscribe and comment down below what you think of the videos and like them, I would really appreciate it. And turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video. Also, if you could go subscribe to my new channel, link is down below, Wimpy Studio Gang, I would really appreciate it. We just vlog and do a lot of fun stuff, so yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Finally, if you could, I'm going to be, I'll have a different setup eventually. In August, I have 2 more videos coming after this, my finale review, and a TV movie recap for the summer, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so my overall thoughts, a lot happened this episode, and I have a lot to talk about, so let's go to get into it. So, in this episode, the kids all went to Camp Moosehead, so I like this episode again because it was a change of scenery, and sometimes it can be kind of boring if they stay in one location for the whole time. I love road trip movies, mainly because I love to see, like, them, now, okay, here we didn't get to see, like, car ride, but I love, like, just different sceneries. And the reason why I love road trip movies so much is we get to see the family bond in a different way than we typically do. We get to see them stuck in a car, and we get to see them either in the movie, either pulls them together. Road trip movies either pull them together, or they don't. An example of this would be the Goofy movie. And I'm going to talk about the Goofy movie another time, because I have other things to do now. But first of all, they all get put into separate cabins. So Claudia with Dawn, and Christy and Stacy and Mary Ann and Lady, and the camp is run by Miss Meanie. And to be honest, Miss Meanie is my favorite part of the episode. She's always giving Dawn the death stare when Dawn kind of exaggerates her morning announcements thing too far, which I think that's very funny, and I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what happens next episode with it. But let's go ahead and start with Claudia and Dawn, shall we? So we got to see them connect, which I really liked, and I really like seeing different friendships connect, and I was actually waiting to see these connections, Claudia and Dawn, Christy and Stacy. I mean, I'm upset that we didn't really get Christy and Stacy, but we got Claudia and Dawn. We're pretty much, they were upset because Karen didn't have any money to tie-dye, so they came together to prove that kids didn't need to pay money to have fun. I love the storyline because you can see how they both really care about their work. Dawn is, like, really loves, like, speaking. She loves making things right. Claudia is really talented. I think that those personalities fit good together, so they could team up for a mission like this. Because to be honest, I think that Karen is like she has her own spin-off series, and like I'm glad that now she's a part of Christy's life. I heard something about next episode we're gonna get to see a Karen and Christy moment, and I'm excited to see that. But I love the storyline because it showed that you don't need to pay money to have fun. To have fun, you should pay money for something to, I don't know, but it feels like you shouldn't have to, especially for a little kid like Karen who's only like 7 or 8 years old. They're not going to send her with that money. Her parents just got married, and a lot of money came out of that. You can't really expect that. And to be honest, like tie-dyeing, it feels like for that kind of thing, the camp would cover it for you because it's an activity. You shouldn't have to pay like $30 like for a V-neck. That's like very expensive. $50 for a sweatshirt to tie-dye, and you're hardly even going to wear it. Come on. It's not even worth it when you're just doing a kind of like a boring class like that, you know? So, I'm kind of getting off topic, but that is kind of my opinions on it. Overall, it's really not fair. Anyways, moving on to the Christy storyline. So, Christy's being too demanding at the camp. This was a very small part of the episode. I kind of wish we got to see more of Christy, but apparently we're going to get to see her a lot in the next episode. And to be honest, Christy does have a whole episode to herself. Well, no, Christy has a big part next episode, and she had a whole episode to herself last episode. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens next episode with her, because, like, she's not my favorite character, but then again, like, she is the main character, so we want to see some storyline with her. But pretty much we got to see her being too demanding at camp, but that is a typical Christy storyline. We've got to see it pretty much every episode of the season. And then we get to see Stacy, and this is, like, the biggest storyline of the episode, I think. Stacy runs into an old acquaintance from New York, which made a video teasing her about her diabetes. Now, it looks like that Lainey's changed for the better, but I'm glad that they introduced her, because I want to see backstories. I want to see characters come in and to make things right, because if they say something, one example of this, I would love to see if they brought, Cheryl mentioned that she was in love with someone, Heather, in Riverdale, and I would love to see them like do something with that in the future. Like maybe bring her back for something, and they're doing a time jump, so I think that would make sense if they both end up going to the same college, maybe, and then Tony gets offended, so that'll be interesting to see. But they do wrestle in Poison Ivy will upset. So next episode, I think, is going to be like a Poison Ivy. Stacey and Lainey are going to be covered in Poison Ivy because, like, I mean, Poison Ivy, it's like I think it's the worst. It's one of the worst things because it's so itchy and it looks so bad, you know? With Marianne and Lainey, they decided to put on Paris Magic in the theater, and I love the storyline. Mary Ann and Logan clearly like each other, so it'll be interesting to see it play out. And we've seen sparks between them in episode 6 at the Claudia's thing, so I'm excited to see if anything will happen between them. This is the clear romance right here, because finally Stacey doesn't have a romance, it's Mary Ann. So it'll be interesting to see where that relationship goes in the next episode. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the episode awards. So my favorite moment is the unique pairings. I love how they switched up a little bit, and we got to see things other than like the Christy and Marianne, Claudia and Stacey. We got to see different things, and Marianne and Dawn. I also love Claudia and Dawn caring for Karen. I love to see it. I love to see more than Dawn because so far I haven't really seen we haven't really seen much of her besides her and Marianne connect and their parents dating. And we haven't really seen much of her. I was worried that she was going to be a filler character and they weren't going to do anything with her. But they finally are doing things with her. They're exploring her personality, and I love that. Because, I mean, she's a good character. I mean, we really don't know much about her. If there was a second season, that would be something I want to see more of. But my favorite moment is Lainey being at the camp. The most shocking moment is Lainey being at the camp of rivalry with Stacey. And I feel like it was kind of unexpected. I was not expecting that. I didn't know if they were going to do anything with it or not. I'm glad that they did because this was definitely an important storyline to cover. So, yeah. My favorite characters are everybody, especially Claudia and Dawn for caring. My overall grade is an A. This isn't my favorite episode so far, but I bet the finale will be even better than an A+. I didn't like it as much because Christy and Stacey had separate storylines. Wouldn't it have made more sense to have them in scenes together? And I put this because if you're going to pair someone up for like a camp thing, at least give them a storyline together. But they didn't. Christy had the demanding storyline, and Stacey had her own New York storyline, which would make sense, but I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't fit those storylines together because I think that would have made a lot more sense. We would get to see them connect in a way that we haven't seen yet. Anyways, that is pretty much going to be the end of this video. If you can like, comment, and subscribe and turn on notifications, I'll really appreciate it. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen in the finale. My review of that will be coming out on Tuesday, along with on either Thursday or Saturday. I'll be doing a TV movie recaps for the whole summer, and I'm going to be talking about every little thing that's come out in the summer, well, that I've watched, and I'll just be giving my opinions on it, so stay tuned for that. I'll be really excited to talk about it. Also, again, 200 subscribers before the end of 2020, and I want you to check out below my links to Wimpy Studio Gang, my Instagram, my Patreon, and my Twitch. I really appreciate it if you all, click on those links below because I really want to see those things expand because I want my social medias to improve. Anyways, finally, I want to thank everyone for watching my video. Stay tuned for more videos to come, and bye.